Just like Black Lives Matters, and we saw how much they mattered. Oh man, pathetic. And all these other movements, like the ones that destroyed Earth, we're the antivirus to the virus. We're the Microsoft anti-fucking virus. McAfee, right? Anybody know the story? McAfee, we went over it here. Is his name John McAfee? Should look him up. Cool guy to learn from. He's still alive, right? He just died recently. I remember a couple of years ago, some years ago. Supposedly. So listen, this is going to be a live lecture worldwide. Look us up. We're a movement, IMC Nation, okay? And it's going to be our philosophy for 15 to 20 minutes worldwide. I'm here to be challenged. I like challenges. You like challenges? I got a champion here just in case. You got to, well, we'll see. Today is my day right now. And then in case we need to. We like, Achilles! And then he'll just jump in. I thought you were Achilles. I was. Things change and evolve. I was that. I am this. I will be something else, okay? Anyways, this is a book you buy for $10, and you keep messaging me, and I don't know if that's because you just want to talk to me, but just go to anywhere else and you'll get it, all right? It's called Breathing Truth. Truth. Here we go. This is our philosophy. Let's see if you agree or disagree. If you disagree, raise your hand. Okay, if you agree, shh, that's it. Okay, here we go. For all the people, oh man, I wrote this 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago. Listen to this. For all the people out there, this includes men and women, because they both are guilty of this, who are walking around and saying things like, quote, you don't need all that makeup to look so pretty, end quote. I remember that movement when it started. Or, quote, it's what's on the inside that counts, end quote. Or, you have to love someone for who they are and not what they are, end quote. For all of that, and any other bullshit idea out there, let me tell you something. Listen carefully when Spider speaks. You do not get to decide what the rest of the world should like or should not like. You actually don't get to do that. It's great for you if you don't want to wear makeup. No problem. Or that you don't care what your outside looks like. If it looks like shit and you don't care, that's okay. Disregarding that the outside is a manifestation of what's on the inside, as within, so without, as above, so below. Alchemy law. It's good for you that you have come to accept yourself. Congratulations. I hope you get an award, a medal, and graduate from self-acceptance school, college. Harvard of self-acceptance you are. But you still don't get to decide what the rest of us should like or should not like. You like being fat? Great. That's excellent for you. You don't want to wear makeup and look pretty? That's good for you. You don't have to be beautiful. We can decide for ourselves what we are attracted to and what we consider ugly and beautiful. And if you fall into the above category that I just mentioned, all those people, I consider you ugly and I consider you nasty. How's that? It's my opinion. So, fuck off. Fuck off with your bullshit philosophies. The ones that actually don't work to make mankind better. You don't get to decide for us. Be the best and fuck the rest. Now, you matter. Next one. You matter. Like you matter. You matter. Okay? You fucking matter. That's it. All that bogus philosophy is now canceled. What bogus philosophy? That you have to sacrifice yourself for everybody else. And everybody's tooting the horn because Christmas is coming, right? This is the best time for everybody to say shit like this. Well, I can't spend any money on myself because I'm buying gifts for people I don't care about, right? Have you noticed that? If you own a gym, I've been in the fitness industry before for a while, or any kind of self-improvement, right? Where one invests in oneself to make one better, thus making their world better, thus making everybody around them better. During November and December, it's the worst time because Black Friday sales are going on, and if you buy two, you get the third free. And if you act now, it's 50% off, but tomorrow's 80% off, and then it might be off the shelves, right? And during this time, because all year people have been completely selfish, they decide to portray this, I'm a saint now. And they try to show the biggest gifts. Their children don't eat, but their fucking cousin will have a good shoe because he was just born. But what does a fucking two-year-old need Nikes for, like Jordans, right? You're a retard, man. Listen, the idea that you don't matter and any idea of sacrificing oneself for other is actually false. And I'll tell you why, okay? One could say, well, your parents, my parents, they sacrificed their lives for you, and they did, for my mom, for my sister and myself. And they're doing it for their grandchild. They're still alive. However, that doesn't fit the definition of a sacrifice. I'm going to explain to you why. Because when you sacrifice, it means you lose something that was very valuable to you. You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your energy. I sacrificed my career for him and all that shit, right? Something important to you, you give up that you didn't want to give up. And when you gave it up, you really weren't willing to do it, but you kind of had to do it. Any mother or father with the true spirit of a mother and a Gaia and true spirit of a father, the Lord, they would both tell you that if their child died, they don't want to live anymore. That a part of them is no longer alive. That most likely their relationship will break. That they're going to be miserable and depressed for the rest of their lives. It's not a sacrifice when a mother or father don't eat so the child eats. That's not called a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice if my child is not eating and I say, no, son, and I take the food and I give it to the fat neighbor's kid. That's sacrificing, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that. You understand the difference? Because my life matters, and my child matters, and I could give two flying fucks how many people are starving in Africa. Tell the motherfucking Africans to take care of motherfucking Africans. It's none of my God. Do I look fucking African to you? Do I look like I'm walking through the Sahara right now? Now, he's African. Simba, he's part of my game. I care about that African, not Africa. I don't even know what the fuck it is, okay? I don't give a shit that in another country there's a fucking war when my country is not in a fucking war. And the last thing I want to do is to sacrifice my own people to save people who should learn to save your motherfucking self. Because that was the code of God. And whether you go from Christianity to Islam to Buddhism, the three main religions, God helps those who help themselves. Or it's your karma, your own actions that frees yourself, not his actions or his actions. Or you're going to have to live a righteous life like Muhammad did and do what? Praise Allah. And this is a very exact code. And let the infidels die. Okay? So listen, I don't care where you come from. In fact, if you're not religious, which means you're asleep, then you can say science and evolution will tell you that if you go into the jungle, which is where our philosophy comes from, because the jungle comes from God. To me, the jungle was created by a creator, not by two particles that banged against each other like two marbles. Who the fuck made the marbles and who banged them together? So the jungle is a code for God. But I don't interpret it the way your mom and dad, sister and teacher interpreted it. I just see it for what it is. It's God speaking to us. So we learn and use our intelligence to see what his code is everywhere. Even if you believe in evolution, okay, then go ahead and put your innocent little baby anywhere in the jungle and come back 4 hours later. And let's see what happened to all the animals taking care of him. There's a big fluffy bear, right? He's so cute, right? They will all be eating your child if the ants don't eat it first. Okay? So listen to this. No matter where we come from, the idea that we don't matter, that our survival should be given up for another survival, unless it's a self-willed, self-determined decision, and that is then a selfish decision. Once again, if I decide to grab the gun and go to another country to defend them, not because I was drafted, not because I needed the money, not because any other goddamn fucking reason, I chose to do it. I'm not sacrificing anything. Why? Because I am doing my will, and my will matters. And they've told you your will doesn't matter. Now, I didn't finish reading it. That was the first beginning of this, okay? You matter. You fucking matter. That's it. All that bogus philosophy is now canceled. That's where I stopped. All that fucking self-hate that has been pushed on you, that has been indoctrinated into you. Indoctrinated is like when you sit in a fucking classroom and tell you over and over and beat it into your head, is now fucking canceled. Cancel. Delete. Old file. You have to become fed up with being one of the sheep, one of the crowd, one of the cows, just being fed to be slaughtered. Slaughtered is laughter. The word slaughter, take out the S and you have laughter. And when the serpent laughs at you, he slaughters you. Yes, you matter. Not because you are so special. I don't believe in liberals. I don't believe in feminism, because those are beliefs and I don't have beliefs. I don't want a belief. Okay, I'll believe in Santa Claus. It's cute when there's a kid around. And I'll believe in the tooth fairy to give a kid some money. But that's what a belief is. I don't even believe in God. I just see a creator clearly engaged in creating things that I can't do. That's not a belief. There it is. You have to believe he doesn't exist. It's facts. You have to become fed up with being one of the sheep in the crowd. Yes, you matter. Not because you're so special. Fuck those philosophies that say you're special because you're black, purple, or orange. But because you're a good person. That's why you matter. Because you're a good person. So what if you're a bad person? Then you don't matter. That's all. Well, go prove that you matter. Not because you're so special, but because you're a good person. Now, I sit here and speak every day, and I've been doing it for many years, because I matter. Because I'm a good person reporting back on my life, and I'm successful at everything everybody else isn't, actually. Nobody's as successful in relationships as I am. Nobody can do business the way I can do it. Nobody. Nobody does business like this. It's a pure expression of God. Pure. And when I say that, it means you're not. It means you are too. Should you choose to express that? Not because you're so special, but because you're a good person and because you want to help. And I know you matter when that happens, because I can see the code of life. I can see the butterfly helps the flower helps the butterfly, the bee helps it, the bee then helps me and the bear, and then the bear helps the forest by eating that thing. Everybody's helping everybody. And when one stops, something changes. So, let your true voice be heard over the disgusting shouts of the herd. And get out there and make a difference by contributing to make the world a better place than what was handed to us. Now, that's an opinion, right? You don't necessarily ever have to do that. But this is IMC Nation. It's a movement of people doing that. You see that? And so how can I ever sit here and say one thing worth listening to if I thought I didn't matter? Don't show up, right? So if I go to a gym and the trainer is out of shape, then fitness doesn't matter to that trainer. And I'm there to get fit, not fat. Get away from me. Use your own product, motherfucker. There was this product I saw on Instagram. Caught my attention. It was like at 40 years old, he put on like 20 pounds of muscle because he had a pet gorilla, and when I heard that, I'm in. What did the gorilla eat or swing on a tree or what? But guess what? And then the pictures faded, And here comes the guy talking about it. And I'm like, and why do you not look like a gorilla talking about that? You look like the fucking guy at the fucking Silicon Valley Business Center. Use your own products, man. Okay? Because if it matters, you use it. Right? How weird if I came to you and I was like, would you like to buy this? Would you like to buy this? Do you smoke? I don't smoke. Well, then why are you selling that? Oh, yeah, I need some money. You're a fucking prostitute. You don't want to have sex and you're having sex because you want money. Right? You're selling out for material. You're a prostitute. You're steps away from being a prostitute. When that doesn't sell, you'll sell your body. Right? And we're in Las Vegas. And every stripper has failed at doing something in life. They failed at selling themselves in a relationship to a man, first and foremost, who would matter, who thought he mattered, who didn't take her shit. If you want to know the secret to being a man and getting beautiful women, first, you don't take her shit, because I'm not here to sacrifice myself for you, bitch. What kind of fucking animal are you? You gonna try to eat me? You fucking weirdo. Go eat him. He looks fluffy. I don't even taste good. I have poison running through my veins. Try. So, if you want to be successful as a man, first and foremost, you matter. Now, some guys matter, but they really don't, because I'll tell you why. Because then they go around and they act like the girl they're with doesn't matter. Well, no. If I matter, then my relationship I've taken the time to cultivate matters. And some guys act like they matter, but their job doesn't matter. No, I don't buy it yet. Because if I mattered, if I was important to me, I wouldn't be engaging in some slave activity that I'm complaining about all fucking day. My activity would matter to me, no matter what. And some guys pretend like they matter, but it doesn't matter if they're not belonging to a tribe. Not one other man can vouch for their fucking character. If you're a woman and you get with a man who doesn't have a gang or a tribe, a mob or a family of men who are not his blood, he's absolutely worthless in the jungle, in the street, in the prison, in a martial arts academy, in a military operation. Any man who can't get along with other men and put shoulder-to-shoulder effort and prove his character is pure trash. No man respects a man like that, and if I was a woman, I would be miles away from any man like that. One of the things we hear sometimes is, do you ever go out alone? I've heard it, he's heard it, others will hear it. The answer is why? Porque? When there's a reason, yes. Am I scared? Yes, I am. I am scared. I'm scared of many things. And one of those things I'm afraid of is if I'm by myself and there's two people, or 3 or 4 or 5, or make them 10 actually. Make them 100, because only 4 of them can swing to me at one time. If I'm by myself and I get attacked by more than one person, the damage I'll do to, for sure, one person may be fatal, because I'm deadly. But if I have 2 or 3 guys with me, I may not be a target. And if I'm a woman, I'm never going to walk alone. Ever going to walk alone. Never, ever, ever, never, ever walk alone. Because when violence happens, it doesn't happen the way they show you in the movies. It's very aggressive, very fast, and there's a lot of people who watch and do absolutely nothing because they don't want to get involved with 4 aggressive guys in ski masks jumping out of a van, grabbing your face like this, and picking up your legs and running behind the van and speeding off. And then the cops will be told, it was a white man looking like any other guy. Did you get the license plate? No, I didn't. Forget the fact that there's a light every corner of the street with a camera on it, that my phone can see me and hear me and all that other shit. You won't be found during that time. Okay? You walk with a dog that can protect you, or you walk with another person. Why? Because the last girl who got raped, kidnapped, and killed also didn't go, well, I'm going to go out and get raped, kidnapped, and killed right now, guys. Nice knowing you. They had a plan, an agenda. They were walking their dog or going to their car or grabbing the groceries. These are the moments when you're unconscious. They got in the car and shut the door, and someone just opened the door from there because they didn't lock it, sat in with the gun and said, don't move, bitch. What are you going to do when you get in the car and you go, ding, 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 and you don't lock the door and you're a woman and you were watched walking out because you go to work the same place?
Reminds me of Split.
Yeah.
In the beginning, where he comes,
and that was tame. It's a lot more aggressive than that. Okay?
Totally.
It's criminals are aggressive because they're preying on you. They're predators. Now, I'm a predator, but I'm not a criminal. And such thing can exist. In fact, that's what a real man is. That's what a warrior is. You understand that? That's what a warrior is. It's somebody who's dangerous, but he's not a criminal. I mean, some criminals can be warriors also. You see, we can't get lost in the words. We have to define them, not lose ourselves in them. So, as a woman, it looks safe out there. It's a jungle out there. As a man, it looks safe out there. It's a jungle out there. And no creature of the jungle walking alone in the jungle survives very well. Even lions have a pride. And go, what about tigers? Well, you have to look to see what the tiger faces in the jungle. He doesn't need one. But if nature thought the tiger was in trouble, tiger would have 5. But if you take the tiger from its natural, are any of you in your natural habitats where you were born with? Any of you in the same neighborhoods with the same families and friends that know you for fucking 20, 30, 40 years? No, absolutely not. So you've been displaced from the jungle you were brought up in, right? This is all new. You're the outsider. I've been the outsider the moment I left my country at 4.5. I've never fit in, not once. Why would I want to fit in? Everywhere I went, everybody was weird and cruel. So I created my own society, IMC Nation, and it became a movement. And it went across the world because it was sane, orderly, yet at the same time, chaotic. Right? I'm not here, don't do this, don't do that, be a good boy, be a good girl. Fuck all that. Okay? First, know thyself. When you know yourself, I can trust you more. Because you know your emotions, you know how you react when you're angry, you know how you react if you're drunk, you know what drugs you can do or can't do or shouldn't do. Right? You know you, right? You know you. You're not going to try to figure you out while we're in an emergency and then tell me, oh man, next time I'm going to jump in. Well, how old are you? You should have jumped in by now if you're fucking 19 years old. You didn't get in any fights as a boy. You never stood up for anything in the playground, school. You never got kicked out of a classroom because you told the teacher, fuck you, I don't believe this bullshit. What's wrong with you? Well, I'm a boy. And that happens as a boy. Right? You never went after a dog. What does that mean? Like throw a rock at it and try to run away or do some shit to an animal, right? Not cruelty, to test your courage. You've never done that as a little boy, because I have. You never tested your courage against the environment, right? Told someone to grab a stick and hit you a little harder and got in a fight with them. Or said, okay, then punch me. You never did that shit? I don't know what the fuck you grew up in, but it sounds like you grew up in fucking ballet shoes and a tutu. You go over there, and when shit hits the fan, you cry like a little liberal snowflake and say, oh, wow, 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 and we're going to just take care of business. Okay? All right, good enough. I don't know how we got into all that. 10:26. All right, let's do this. We're going to go into an all-men space now, okay? It's called the Players Club. And I'm going to teach you what I know about the art of mating, straight from God. And I'm godly when I'm out there. Nobody on planet Earth can even get near my tiny little left toe or right toe, which is like dying. You ever notice your toes are dying on your feet? Does anybody have toes that still work? Try it. Try an exercise one of my girlfriends told me the other day. Okay? Try to lift up your little toe whenever you get a fucking chance and see if it's alive. Okay? Then just feel that little retard, right? Does it look retarded? Does it look like a little mongrel now? It's like... It's like the retarded little baby on the side of your foot. All the other toes, my big toe is taking so much. I've broken the middle one like 900 times, right? Because they always protect the retard. Like, come here, get in the shoe, hide underneath us. It's going away. We walk in shoes that press our feet like this, sit all fucking day, don't grip the ground anymore, don't know what the earth feels like under our feet. It doesn't get massaged anymore on rocks or soil or shit like that. And so one day you don't need that little toe. Just like right now you don't have a tail, right? But there's a tailbone. Something came out of that shit. What happened to our tail though? Oh, they genetically modified it out, the Anunnaki. That's actual truth. See you in the next class. Oh.
Oh.